Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I figured I would do kind of like a get ready with me kind of quarantine kind of look. I know most of us are not out right now unless we're getting necessities or doing some quick shopping or something. So I figured for today's video, I would just share with you kind of what I've been doing to kind of look presentable for the day in a sense. I haven't put on my contacts yet, so I'm wearing my glasses right now, but I will be switching to them. If you are wanting to see more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified of when I upload my new videos. If there's nothing else for me to say, then let's get started. So right now I'm going to prime my face with some Master Prime from Maybelline. And I'm also going to use a little bit of e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I'm also just going to put on my eyeshadow primer. I usually put it on before I start doing my makeup because I noticed that sometimes it tends to not work with the foundation I'm doing sometimes, depending on what it is. So far the one I've been using is great. It's not acting odd with it, but I like to put all that stuff on before. I usually take off my glasses and I will put my ring in my pocket so as to not get all the makeup and whatnot on it. So let's see, I will get some of this on my finger, my mirror, and it's a hydrating primer to kind of keep my skin from going dry. And I'll get a little bit more and I'll just put a little bit on my forehead. Okay. And some putty primer. I've actually been putting some of this putty primer kind of on the spots where I tend to have a little more texture, which is kind of around here, and then I'll put some on my forehead. The eyeshadow base that I use is the e.l.f. one. I've liked it a lot. It's affordable. The only thing that I've noticed is that it kind of, there isn't much product in it. And I've kind of had to just, you know, obviously get more. But I've liked how it looks. And I do like how it works. So now that I've primed my face, what I've actually been doing to kind of help with the dark circles under my eyes is I've been using a color corrector, and what I've been using is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, in the shade Peach. And what I'll do is I will kind of put it in the little kind of inner corner of my eyes. A little bit around my nose. And I tend to, I'll either use my finger or a sponge. And I've noticed that my dark circles don't seem to pop out as much. I mean, also you can use a concealer, but I've noticed that this kind of blends it out a little bit better. Makes it look a little more seamless. Pat it out a little bit. And then what I do then is I will go in with my foundation and then concealer. I'll usually give that a second for it to kind of dry down. But I usually put on that corrector before I put anything else on. And with foundation, I've kind of been doing a little bit less. Excuse my sponge. Then I'll go in with my concealer and just do a little bit there. I usually put some on my nose and on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, but I've kind of just been doing just under the eyes. Sometimes I'll even just go in and just pat it with my fingers if I'm like, I don't want the sponge. Okay. And then get some powder. Just grab the tiniest amount and I will set it. I'll put some on my forehead because I always get shiny there. A little bit on my nose. Just down on my chin. Like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot, I'm trying to just keep it simple and light. I ain't going nowhere. And then once I put the powder on, I'll do like a little bit of bronzer and blush, just very simple, very small amount. contour just a little bit of my nose. Okay. And then just a little bit of blush. For blush, I'm using a cream blush. It's a product I've reviewed, and I need to put the video together, so look out for that. But I really like this blush. It's really nice. So my camera decided to not work for a moment, so I had to wait for it to kind of be ready to film again. But I did end up putting up the blush on my cheeks, and I actually just finished my brows. So I used L'Oreal, what's it called? Jeez, I've used it so much it's starting to wear out. L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer ultra thin pencil, and I also use what's called the NYX mascara for your eyebrows, and I use it in the color Espresso. It's really good. It sticks, makes your brows stay in place, and it lasts quite a long time. So what I'd like to do now is just show you a really quick eyeshadow look that I've kind of been doing lately. It's really simple. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it just kind of just gets the work done. Like I said, we're just going for a very simple, light, fresh look. So actually what I'll be using is Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to use, sorry if I'm going to butcher this, Buon Fresco? I have no idea. It's this shade right here. And I'm just going to just kind of put it all over the lid a little bit. And then what I'll even do is I'll add a little bit of like red ochre, just a small amount. And then what I kind of do is I will add a lighter color kind of in the inner corners. And just a really nice, just a soft, simple color. Like a little bit of a lighter color. I'm using tempera, but just a small amount. Kind of just give it some definition a little bit, some depth. And then what I'll do then is I will actually get kind of an angled brush, and you could also use a liner brush. What I'll do is actually I'll kind of stamp on the liner with an eyeshadow color. I'm using Cypress Umber in the palette. And what I'll do is kind of look at where the line of my eyelash is going, so I can see. I use I do like a very small wing, just a small one, and I'll follow the shape of my lashes and where it's going to go, and then I'll just kind of stamp it on there. This eye's a little trickier. Kind of see where it's going. Stamp it on. Okay. And then you see the liners, little wing liners are right there. It's just very light and simple. And then I'll go back and I'll just stamp it on next to the eyelashes. Okay. So once I've finished with the liner, what then I'll do is I will get a little bit more of the shadow and kind of blend it in so that it looks connected and it looks a little more natural. And I'll just kind of, like I said, just blend it and make it look nicer. And then what I'll do then before I put on my mascara is I will set it. And what I love this thing. It's the Dew Mist, L'Oreal Paris Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. It's so pretty. It sets your makeup. It looks really nice. It doesn't smell amazing, but it looks really, really nice. I'm gonna let that dry really quick. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and I will put on some mascara and call it good. I don't really put on highlighter because the blush I use kind of shimmery for me and it kind of just covers that. It covers the basis of that, and I don't really put a shimmer on my eyelids, just on my cheeks, and I'll just call that good. I tend to just put mascara on the top of the top lashes, not really so much the bottom ones. I don't really have lashes. I do, but they're so fine and little that it's not really much for me to work with. And then what I like to do is I will actually tilt my head and let them dry for about a minute, and then I'm set. And that's it. There's not really much to it. Like I said, I try to keep it simple and fresh and quick just so I can get on with my day, which you can probably hear my little girl singing in her crib right now. It's time to get her up. But I just wanted to make this video and show you what I've been doing. It's not that hard. It's really simple. It's really light. And I like it. I still feel like I am trying to get some routine into my life, even though I'm quarantined. We all are at home. But that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please share it with everyone, all the beauty lovers in your life. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. And I hope I get to see you next time. Have a good week. Thanks. Bye.